Welcome to Inner Maelstrom. As you can see, today I'm a bit in a fun mood, and I was called to record a message today about Whimsy. I don't know if you remember these. Oh, I grew up with these things, they're lovely. I was walking down the street a few days ago, and it was very sunny outside, it was beautiful outside, and I just hopped into like one of these tourist shops, and they had these bubbles, and for whatever reason I felt myself being called to get me some bubbles like I used to. And I walked, and it was like two bottles, and I walked home, blowing bubbles and just having fun and laughing, and it felt really great. And it felt like please ignore this. I was salting my table and cleansing it and preparing it for the reading, and it just I felt the message that was called for whoever needs to hear this is that we need to bring back whimsy, bring back fun, bring back childlike wonder into our lives, because we have very, very much started to neglect and lose it in the past few years. I know, I mean, given how the world is right now, and it's that doubly more important that we make sure to extra hard refill our childlike wonder tanks. They are pretty much empty, running on empty. And I feel for everyone, even parents, hard workers, whoever is out there in the world right now, if you're balancing life, if you're balancing yourself, we have come in society, we have become so strict and so stringent with rules, and you have to watch out what you say, or you might get demoted or fired, or you have to wear certain clothes or look proper in order to fit in so that you don't get ostracized. But all the while, humans were never meant to be like conform in uniform. The diversity is, and as if to confirm the death card dropped out, which is transformation and new. Humans were always meant to be these colorful creatures with their own uniqueness that helps us grow from each other and learn from each other. And the fact that we have been suppressing that for so long in society and in our lives for so long, we have now hit a point where we no longer have motivation to do anything. We no longer have motivation to go out, seek wonder, see the world, and we default then into fear, anxiety, judgment, envy over those who actually do go out and do things. We also default into fear-mongering propagandas and hate, instead of looking at other humans like part of us or an aspect of us that is just different and colorful in its own right, and meant not to antagonize us or cause us any fear or harm, but instead to help us see a different aspect of life, a different lens of life, and different. Oh my goodness, my English today, and different aspect of life that is important so that we can grow. And so that's why today's message is, whatever you're doing out there, you need to get into like in order to get out of this extreme frigid and regulated existence, we have to use the same tool, sadly, to also get out. So we have to start scheduling times for ourselves. It doesn't have to be much time. It can be just 5 minutes of playing with bubbles, or like 5 minutes of jumping some rope, or going to the swing, or running out when it's raining and just feeling the rain on your skin. And all the things that we used to do as children because we did them just for the heck of it, just to have fun with it. And that is what we have to restore. We have to refill our tanks of joy and whimsy and childlike wonder, so that we can start healing the world and take a bit away from the gray, that we can return color, that we can find joy in colorful things, that we don't have to assign everything a meaning or a double meaning or some weird agenda, and instead just experience the colors, experience the joy, experience the adventure. Yeah, so let's see. And in that matter, I don't feel like anything else coming out. So we need to transform. So I guess that's the main message. We need to transform, and to transform back, and let the old die, let the gray, the sad, the frigid, the too stuck in old weird systems that no longer serve us, that no longer bring us joy, that no longer help us experience life. We are not living anymore. We're all surviving, and that cannot be what life is about. Not with all the amazing things out there. We as humans have put ourselves in kind of a box that now we can't even travel. We can't experience each other without fear of being harmed or hurt, without fear of versus biases and fights on all sides. So yeah, so for today the message is work on restoring your whimsy, work on restoring your childlike wonder. Of course, the world is not a safe place. Sadly, not 100%. So you have to still be careful and be mindful, but you can do so in a way that is still healing and appreciative of your nature. And we see the two oracle of the crows. We have friendship, like crows who form lifelong bonds. Cherish the friendships that bring light to your life. So we see, and we also have chaos. Amid chaos, seek moments of calm and clarity. They bring focus and a clear path forward. So we can see already that despite the chaos around us, despite all these challenging and sad moments we experience in life, we still can work through that chaos, and that is what we need to do. We each individually have to find a way to restore our own whimsy and balance in our lives, away from others, but also within the relationships we have. So this means that we can also look for whimsy with friends, go out and hang out. When was the last time you went and had some fun times with your friends or the people you love, just for the sake of it, without expecting anything out of it other than just to experience and enjoy each other's company? So, and in the last few years, it's also like friendships have become such background noises, and we can see how the society looks right now. Friendships are no longer cherished. It used to be that you could have so many friends and people around you that you can just experience life without having to fear having to be in competition to them, or them being frenemies or false friends, because you used to go out and experience each other in an authentic way, so that you can help filter those people who are not meant to be in your life. So with that said, restore not only whimsy to your own life, but also connect with those who are in your life, and try and create a new community that appreciates joy, color, and laughter, and having fun, and just hanging out with each other for the sake of it, without expecting any kind of tit for tat or anything back, except just to experience that aspect and that person in your life and be grateful for that. So, and then finally, let's look at what do we have here. For once, I feel like we have an advice coming up. So how do we best, for anyone listening or those this might apply to, let's see, some of us always need some steps to get started. Let's see, an advice. Okay, we have today authority. So remember to claim your authority and regal demeanor today. Do not let your humbleness, kindness, or friendly energy be mistaken for weakness. Do not be gullible, and do not enable abusers and opportunists to misuse your energy or gifts. This is, I think, a very strong message in combination with whimsy, because many times the weak or the vulnerable, which is children who have the most sense of whimsy and joy and adventure, also are the ones who are most vulnerable. You need to protect it. So it also means the more you step into your childlike, wonder-like, adventurous self, the more you will be attractive to abusers and those who wish to abuse you or misuse your energy in whatever way, or to just deplete you. And that's why be careful still, be firm, be protective of yourself. Look at yourself always as if that was your little child, and that's you're holding and protecting, and you want that child to go and explore, but still know that they are protected, because you're there to always look out for them, that they don't get lost. You're there to hold them when it's cold or when it's rainy or when they don't feel like going to adventure. So you have to treat your inner child like you would an actual real child. So protect your inner child. Claim your authority in your life, but also try and restore some joy and comfort and fun and just color and laughter. It's been so dreary the last few years. It's amazing. Any more advice? I feel this one. Exactly. Your free will is your trump card here. You get to decide, and either path is good for you and will fulfill a life. This could be a life path, goal, mission, desire, or lesson. This is a chance to experience your core creator aspect, power, and sovereignty. So you heard it here. It's important that you use your free will. You have free will for a reason, and it is not to be stuck in abusive patterns, in neglect of yourself, in suffering and inaction or passivity when you can do something. I'm not saying that you should do something reckless, no, but you can start one step at a time, and every small step will be the building block for the next big step. And before you know it, you have changed your life completely. Society has changed completely, but we all have to start somewhere. And it seems the first block we are given by Source is to start with restoring our whimsy and joyful life. Because how do you change or live a happy, fulfilling life if you don't even feel the joy or the adventure in living at all? If you're only ever in survival mode, you're not gonna experience life in a positive manner. So let's see, do we have, it's also Sunday today, so let's see, I always like to do a self-care. What is calling me? I feel this one is calling me. Let's see. Test day today. So with all the call to whimsy, we also have a test days. These are things, these oracles are always like, you know, those days where you feel like you have grown so much, you've done something, you're stepping ahead, and then something hits you unexpectedly, can be a challenge, can be anything. And that's when you have then to decide how you react to that. How do you go forward? Do you let your good growth and maybe good vibes even be destroyed? Or do you actually then show that you have grown and learn from that? So test day today is, today remember to stay grounded and see, feel, and experience the challenges being thrown at you with an open heart and energy. Try to pass and level up your consciousness. See if the tools you have at your disposal are helping you to manage the energies and challenges you face today. If not, it is time to rework and rethink the tools you have right now. So yes, in addition to trying to branch out and restore joy and whimsy in your life, you also have to take like, and how do you call that? What's the name for it again? Not addition, like, you know, those people who can't audit. You have to audit the skills you have. What is it that you have currently? What coping skills, what coping mechanisms are you using? How do you solve conflict? How do you deal with being sad, feeling lonely, or being angry? How do you deal when you feel anxiety? And all the tools at your disposal, take a double look at them and ask yourself, is there anything else I could do that would maybe help me more? For example, if I feel sad and I know I can't, I myself know I have some phases where you're just so depressed you can't get out of bed, and that's not for those moments. Those moments sometimes are very necessary to give you rest, and you have to fight through them. But sometimes it really helps. I've noticed also sometimes I feel like sad, or I have the choice. You can either go for a walk, or you can like curl up and doom scroll. And maybe that would be, for example, a test that you could say, okay, you know what, instead of doom scrolling today, I will go for a short walk. And you never know, maybe you will experience something fun on the way, or find a new cafe, or a favorite store you want to, or a new park you never been to. And yeah, so not only self-care, but also, let's see, is there another one coming up? And whereas, okay, take a breather, go for a walk right now if you can safely, listen to your favorite songs, or take in the sounds of nature around you, and let your guides and angels handle this. It seems someone out there literally does have to go for a walk. So wherever you are, if you feel called to, and you are teetering between chilling and doing nothing, or like succumbing to like non-productive or non-helpful energies, go for a walk right now if you want to, and listen to some music, a podcast, or even nothing. Sometimes nature sounds are just all you need. So yeah, and maybe you will experience the test there as well. Maybe you will be tested out in nature or out in public, and you can then see how much you've grown or where you need to grow. Then what do we have? I also always like to, let's see if I can get a nice action tie up everything. I'll feel these two top ones. Okay, I have two ones. So someone thought of you fondly and sent benevolent and good energy your way. Send it back with gratitude and love as well. So if you have the chance, think of someone you love and just send that positive energy back. You never know how helpful it is. And we are connected beings with energy. So whatever energy you send out, it is helpful. It is received and achieved in, like, you can't tell as in your human aspect, but energetically you can always feel like if somebody thought of you in a positive way. So, and we also have another confirmation with take a breather and go and do something now. So do it, take the leap and start. Even if it scares you, even if you feel unsure, just start and the rest will follow, and the courage and growth will find you faster than you think. So today I feel like the energy in this collective is similar to my own also, that we need to start doing things even if we are scared, because part of having whimsy and adventure in your life is doing the things your inner child and your soul wants to do in this lifetime. And for whatever reasons, we have many reasons, everyone's life is different, we are always somehow forced to put that in the back burner, to forget it or to like delay it, or sometimes never even start something we want to. So whatever it is, and whoever is listening right now and thinking of right now, do it. Please just do it. I myself have this is my second video and I'm still very nervous, always still fighting through and trying to get the message out, but and I always used to think it's weird. How do you know how to? You really do know if you have something, a calling, and there is always that voice, and it will always tell you when to go and what to do, and you will always feel intuition. Your intuition will guide you. It always sounds cheesy and so far away, but honestly, it's true. You feel it, but you have to do it. You have to take a leap and start doing it. And sometimes you have to do it without anyone even knowing. Do it for yourself, without sharing with anyone, with just you and your inner child. You have to picture yourself sitting in a meeting with you. It's only you, your inner child, and maybe your guides that help you in this life. And you are the only ones there. You're the only important board members there, and you have to make the decisions and create. And once what you have chosen to do and create is ready, that's when you go out and present it to everyone else. Beforehand, before you've started and before you've reached some level of how can you say, some steps in where you now have something you can show for, it's important to keep things to yourself. So take that leap of faith, no matter how much it scares you, no matter how much it feels wild or unclear, just start. And most importantly, start from a place of your soul and your inner guidance, not out of fear, not out of judgment, not out of wanting to take revenge. It needs to be from your soul, from your core. And if it is from your core, you will know, because it's something that's always nagging you. If you're an artist, you always have that project in the back of your head, that story you've outlined and not drawn or not written yet, that song you wanted to write, but it is hidden in some boxes and stuffed away with because work or maybe family or anything else came first, and it's important. And those are important steps in our life, but they should not be the reason your soul cannot express itself. You have to find a way to make time for both. And this comes back to friendship and communication and relationships. You have to build relationships and friendships that support you the same way you support also those you love. So without having to bury your authentic self, without having to bury your dreams, without having to bury your joy or what makes you uniquely you. So do it. You've heard it today. Restore whimsy. Go out there, have fun, go for a walk. Whoever needed to hear that, go for a walk, take a breather, take care of yourselves, and start with little steps to restore your joy and adventure and whimsy in life. And hopefully we can all then step by step start to restore the world back, like instead of living in nostalgic dreams and ideation of the past, instead create a future that is even more brighter, more fun, more free than the past. That's the only way we can get out of these old cycles and rusty old rules and laws that block human existence and human joy and human creativity. So go out there, everyone. Have a nice Sunday. Restore your whimsy and enjoy. And I will go and blow some bubbles outside as well. And I'm gonna go and also go for a little walk. It's kind of looking rainy today, but doesn't matter. I will take. No, you know what? I'm gonna go without an umbrella and just enjoy some rain. So thank you if you are here and listening. This is Inner Maelstrom, and I hope this message, whoever it found, helped you and gave you a sense of direction. Like always, it's more important to listen to your own inner guidance and never give up your power, never give up your free will for the sake of a reading or any fortune telling, whatever. So this is me just sharing a general message for the collective and also reminding you to claim back your power, transform your life by restoring whimsy and joy in your life. That life is too short to be sitting around with not having fun, not playing with bubbles, not enjoying nature, not doing what we actually love to do. So yeah, that's it from my end, and I hope you have a nice rest of your evening and Sunday, and see you next time. Bye bye.